Up next, I'm going to go and catch up with fashion stylist Alexis Knox. Now, you may not have heard of her name just yet, but you would have heard of the next few names I'm about to mention. She starred Bruno Mars, Rita Ora, and Miley Cyrus, just to name a few. Now, I've got to go and meet her in Shoreditch, so I'm off to Shoreditch again. Hopefully, I'll bump into Liam, get another free t-shirt. From Hussein's house, and today I'm joined with the lovely and colourful Alexis. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, Alexis, tell me how you got into styling.
So I didn't study fashion. I studied art, and which was really good because it gave me an understanding of picture making, which I've actually later used in styling. You know, when I approach styling, it's not just all about trying to do trends. It's about creating an image overall, which is great for the art direction I do now. But when I graduated, I knew I wanted to do something cool, which wasn't your traditional 9 to 5, but I didn't know what exactly. So I moved to London and I thought, right, I just need to do work experience in everything that sort of interests me. So I did work experience in TV production, I did some writing, I sold artwork, but I also did fashion assisting. And I think because of my natural sense of style and because I was socialising in fashion circles, that was the one thing that kind of just took off the quickest.
Oh, wicked. And talk to me about how the celebrity aspect came around, because you've worked with a lot of celebrities.
Yeah.
From Bruno Mars to Miley Cyrus, so how did that connection happen?
A few different ways. One of them being I work with Notion magazine as the fashion director. Notion magazine is a music and fashion magazine, so we always feature like musicians on the cover. So we've got Pharrell at the moment, for example, and that was a great way for me to meet artists, build up my portfolio with musicians, etc. But then also meet the people behind the artists, the managements, the record labels, and often it'd be like I might style someone for a shoot and they'll be like, actually, this is how we want to look, like for going forward, let's work together on other stuff. So it's really a matter of kind of, I don't want to use the word networking because that's kind of wrong, but just getting involved, being in it, doing it, you know?
Something that you mentioned there, I'm just going to touch upon, it's not just on set where you need to be communicating, because what you're going to do is going to go on print and editorial and online, and you're communicating with people forever from that point onwards, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, any career that you want to get into, people always say to me, like, you know, what does it take to be a fashion stylist? I'm like, well, putting an outfit together isn't the job. That's just intuition. That's just a talent. That's like a skill that you have, and that is like 10% of the job. You know, ironically, you do that with your eyeshadow. You don't even think about that. You can just put clothes together and make it work. The job is people skills, production skills, organising, being reliable, staying on top of your like finances, because you know with styling there's a lot of money like going out on expenses and stuff, and that can be very hard to manage, and you can get yourself into sticky situations if you're not on top of it. So there's so many skills it takes to do fashion styling, and putting an outfit together is very much the last one to really worry about, because if you can't do all the others, it doesn't really matter that you can put an outfit together, you know?
Yeah. In terms of getting out there, is that, oh, you're proper giving it.
I know my angles.
So in terms of getting out there in the industry, is it word of mouth, or is it your social media presence that's booked you for more jobs?
Everything is important. You know, word of mouth, good reputation, being reliable, and a good person who does a good job consistently. Sharing what you do. There's no point doing all these amazing things if no one knows about it, because you, as a self-employed person, as a freelancer, you're a walking business card, so you need to look on point, act on point, and communicate what you're doing. Otherwise people don't know. And that's like keeping your portfolio up to date, your website up to date, but most importantly these days, your social media. Like, people go to Instagram first, then they go to Twitter, then they go to Facebook, and then they go to your professional website that you've spent loads of money on last. You know, so, and these things are free. And again, it's taking that time to be strict, because it can be actually a bit laborious, you know. Even though it's only uploading a picture and it takes a second, it's like, oh, got to do it, and it's like,
we know how important it is.
You could have done it by now, you know. You know, and I'm a sucker for that. So it's everything is equally important. If you want to be the best, you've got to do every aspect to the best.
Amen.
Hi there, I'm Alexis Knox. Watch the interview with Hussein's house and ask the question below to win an iPad.
Wow, Alexis Knox, absolutely amazing. I learned so much from her just then. Me and her had a lot in common. Wow, thanks Alexis. gave me a few styling tips as well, told me not to wear this shirt anymore. No, I'm joking. Thank you very much, Alexis. Right now I'm going to call over our last interviewee, who's Sebastian Till, who's a young film director who was nominated as top 25 under 25 influential film directors of London. Not only that, but he's also had his movie screened at Sundance and BAFTA, and he's also friends with Richard Branson. Now, for your chance to win an iPad, make sure you answer the 3 questions below at the bottom of each interview. Come on, you can get an iPad. What are you waiting for? Go!